Hey there, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name's James and this is my wife.
Wendy?
I think this is her first time on the channel, but wanted to do something because we did this together when we decided to do our early exit into retirement. We're not there yet. We're going to be there hopefully in about 5.5, 6 years. But what we realized in the beginning was there was some stuff we had to eliminate. And so we sat down, I think it was at the kitchen table,
Yeah.
and decided we were going to basically write down everything we had, all expenses, all discretionary spending, everything, and see what we could come up with. I'll tell you at the end exactly how much money a month we saved, but and until then, we're going to talk about the top six things. We might throw a seventh in at the end. That's a little bonus. But so the first thing that we decided we were gonna downsize was our house. So we bought a beautiful brand new home in Bee Cave, Texas, which is by Lakeway and just outside of Austin. It was our dream house. It was a one-story. We pretty much thought we were going to retire there. The problem was after our son, he went to high school, went to college, and then he moved out, and got his own place. We realized we actually used about a third of our house.
Right.
So the kitchen, the living room, the bedroom, and my office were pretty much the only rooms we went in. That left, thousands of square feet unused. So even though it was our dream house and it was the place we wanted to retire, we decided with our retirement home in Florida, and that's where we wanted to be when our exit strategy was fully implemented. We decided we were going to get rid of it, and thank goodness we had made some good equity on it, and so we put it up for sale, and it sold in 4 days. So first thing we had to downsize was our massive house in Texas.
that was quite an undertaking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So what we also had to downsize was the stuff we had.
Yeah. Yeah. Years and years of accumulating, as any of you with kids knows, mementos and keepsakes and everything from kindergarten and just everything you can imagine, locks of hair, everything that you keep from your kids, and then gifts that family gives you, everything that means so much to you, and those things that you think, I can't get rid of this, I'm never going to let go of this, I've got to keep it forever. Um, Through talking to other people, we quickly realized some of those things maybe don't mean as much to others as you think that they're going to. And our plan was always hanging on to them for our son. Someday he might want them. We sat down and had a talk with him and asked which things he wanted. And there were quite a few things he did want, but also quite a few that he didn't.
Well, when you say quite a few, I think we gave him 1.5 of the tubs of stuff, and
Right.
we had 4 or 5 that he didn't want.
Right. There was quite a bit that we were able to get rid of. Rehome. There were things that family members had made for us that we gave to other people that could make use of them. And that just, it felt good. It felt good to get rid of so much. We didn't realize until going through it how much we had accumulated. And going from over 3,000 square feet down to 1,000 square feet initially, that's also something that we can talk about. We had to make a change there. But it was great to see how much stuff we had that we could actually do without, how much less we could do
Yeah,
with.
and what was funny, we saw a video, and I can't remember the people who did it. Watched it today, and the title of their video was "People Don't Want Your Stuff," and we went through that. People did not want our stuff. We had very nice stuff, and a lot of it we could sell. We donated a lot, but we gave away in the neighborhood and to some folks who needed it. You know, complete bedroom sets that were expensive. Office furniture and cookware, and some of the funky stuff. I gave away a huge uh, cigar humidor. So
We also went through tubs full of photos and old videos, and had those digitized. That's something that when you start going through and realizing how many duplicate and triplicate old school actually photographs that you have, just digitizing the ones that actually meant something that we do want to hang on to look at in the future. But how many boxes full of photos and videos that you have that maybe you've had for 25, 30 years that you just don't look at anymore.
yep. So downsizing the house and the stuff in it, that was number one, and it was really freeing. I think we both were surprised we thought we'd be heartbroken when our son didn't want his first lock of hair or whatever, but it wasn't. It was pretty freeing to realize that the stuff didn't have a hold of you. You could let it go and still be happy. So the second thing was, we liked our vacations. We still like our vacations, and we'll continue to take vacations, but we do it differently now because we're business owners. We travel a lot. I travel for business. We use our credit cards for everything, and it builds points and miles. And my wife is the queen of the deal. We've taken cruises that should have cost us, $25,000-$30,000 for, a third of the cost of that because she was able to find it. So I'll let her kind of tell you how she does it.
And it's really just watching the different websites and checking different dates. Using a VPN, we've seen other people doing that to change your location so that it's not remembering where you are. And sometimes it's booking 2 years in advance that gets you the best deal, and sometimes it's last minute. So it really depends on your level of flexibility and what you're able to do. The points and miles for him, accumulating those with business travel has been a great help. We got first class flights to Puerto Rico and back for $11 using miles and points, which was outstanding.
And we got a great big old suite upgrade in San Juan, Puerto Rico for because of the status that I have, and we used points on the room too, so it was fantastic.
Yeah, so it's really just looking at everything that's available, maximizing all of the benefits maybe of different credit cards you might have. But we've been able to do quite a lot of upgrading through those types of things without having to pay for the upgrades, and it's been amazing.
Yep. So we've downsized our vacation travels. We use points and miles instead of cash now. And you have to be a little bit flexible. You can't go exactly when you want all the time. Sometimes you gotta be, take that red eye flight or get there and stay a little further outside of town than you want. But when it's basically a no charge or a very little charge, it's worth it. So the next thing that we downsized, and this was pretty amazing, was our memberships and our subscriptions, and everything from I'm a golfer, so we gave up my golf membership at the club that we belong to, which freed up a lot of money a month. But she found a bunch of subscriptions that we weren't using.
Streaming subscriptions, it's insane, and I'm sure many of you have been there or are there now. You don't realize how many you have that you're not using. You might sign up for something because there's a certain series or show you want to watch, and you forget all about it and you forget to cancel it. We found a lot of those and saved quite a bit of money just going through and saying, are we subscribing to something because there's one show we want to watch? Is it really worth it? And if the answer is yes, that's fine. You can always subscribe, binge watch your show, and then cancel after.
We stole that idea from our son.
Yeah, so we did quite a bit of that, but the amount of money that we saved was, it added up to quite a bit.
Yep.
What was it? I think we said in a month.
Well, I was going to tell that a little later. But yeah, so I'll tell you now, with from downsizing the house, the subscriptions, getting rid of memberships, it was close to $5,000 a month of discretionary spending that we were able to basically just put back into the bank account and start saving. Now I say $5,000 a month. That included, homeowners insurance and taxes on our home. So the actual subscriptions and things like that was significantly less. But by downsizing our house, we went from carrying costs of, I think it was around $3,000, $3,200 a month down to about $1,200 a month. So downsizing the house and getting rid of all that, that pushed us closer to being able to retire when we want to retire rather than work until we could retire. The other thing that we found that was pretty amazing was, clothing. And I am probably about 3 times as guilty of this as my wife is, even though most women are probably have more clothes than their husbands.
Except when it comes to travel.
Yeah.
You're a lot better at that than I am.
Yeah, I travel light because I travel a lot, and I know I only want to carry on in my backpack. That's all I want. But so go ahead and talk about that.
I'm learning there. After our luggage got lost for 6 days when we went on a 16-day trip, I decided, like he had told me for so long, to stop taking a a check bag, and I couldn't do it. I was always so sure that I needed all these different outfits and I had to be able to change so many different times and have all these different options, only to know that at the end of the trip, I didn't end up wearing half the clothes that I packed. And so after our luggage was lost, I swore I was not bringing a check bag anymore. And that was the end of that. And we kind of applied that same logic, I think, in the house. And it's amazing how many pieces of clothing and how many outfits you can get rid of and how much you don't wear that you have. Um, I I think my closet went down to less than half of what it was when we really started looking at things, and I still have so many things that I don't wear. I could still reduce it further, but we didn't need half the space, probably 2/3 the space that we were using just for our clothing.
Yep. And quite frankly, we have a rule, or we have a very loose rule that if you haven't worn it in a year, you get rid of it. So that's one of that's number four. Number five, cars. We used to have a lot of cars back in the younger days. There were two of us with driver's licenses, and we had four cars, and that was that just was a mountain of debt. And that was one of the first things that we did when we turned 40 and decided we were going to get out of debt. Was we got rid of the cars. So now we have cars. We consider them tools, not toys. So that's an important thing for us. This is me again, number six, and that is, we overspend. I overspend because I like to do fun stuff and really nice things. So we had to cut that out, or we didn't eliminate it, but we think about. I say we. I mean me. I think about stuff before I just buy it, and we've been very, very blessed to have good paying jobs and pretty smart with our money for the last 15 16 years, to where our debt was basically nothing, including our house. We had that paid off, both of our houses, our retirement house in Florida and our main house in Texas. But yeah, so overspending is a habit that you can get out of. And sometimes you go through withdrawals and you need a 12-step program like I do. But yeah, we have to pay attention to the dollars going out, because every dollar that goes out is a dollar that doesn't go into our retirement. Yeah. So, and the last thing, this was more of a mindset downsizing than it was a financial downsizing. But we both had very, very fantastic careers. I've owned a business, or been an owner in a business, for the last 25, 30 years. My wife, started at an entry-level position at her current company and rose to managing two different offices and I think almost 50 people. So the downsizing of that was for peace of mind, and you can kind of talk about that.
We knew in order to get to Florida full-time a little bit sooner and to be able to get closer to retiring early, a remote job for me was key. And so going from managing a couple of offices to a remote position, we knew that would mean taking a pay cut, of course, and we were fortunate and blessed in that we were able to afford to do that. It's never easy, but I was blessed and fortunate enough to get a full-time remote position with the same company, and that enabled us to be able to go to Florida and spend a little bit of time, especially while we were selling our house in Bee Cave, Texas. So it's really afforded us that flexibility, and just enabled us to be able to get a little bit closer to retiring earlier.
Yep. And one of the most important things to remember, we're retiring early, not because we're multimillionaires or because we have a lot of money. It's because, I think I've told the story before. A good friend of ours passed away 5 years after he retired. He retired at 70. He passed away at 75, and we didn't want to spend, the last 5 years of our life doing what we want to do. We wanted as much freedom and happiness and just being able to be together and enjoying each other and our family and our lifestyle. We wanted to start that as soon as possible. So the first step of that was finding a job for my wife that she didn't come home grumpy every day. And she, even when she's grumpy, she's not that bad, not like me. But but it was a stress on her, but one of the blessings was she kept her her
Same
status, same
benefits.
benefits with the company. So she has great vacation, she has great health care, she has great retirement benefits for her 401k. So it's great things. Her outlook on life is significantly better
Definitely.
because she's not dealing with some very fantastic people that work for her, but also when you have that many people, there's issues that come up. So
Lots of stress that comes with it. Any management position, of course. Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, these are the 7 things that we were talking about in previous videos or I was talking about in previous videos that we had to give up or downsize. Can you think of anything else?
We're still working on it. We find different things every day. And
Yep.
I think flexibility has been key for us, keeping an open mind and looking at things differently.
Yeah, and also taking advice. Our son is the one that said, if I want to watch a show, I don't have the Netflix subscription all year. I do it for a month. Well, that saves him a lot of money because he only watches 1 or 2 shows. So we started doing that. We've taken other advice from people who are doing the same thing that we're doing. And if you have advice, please feel free in the comments to put your the ways you're saving money or the ways you're freeing up income to get to your exit strategy.
Absolutely. We're learning as we go.
Yeah. So, thank you very much. If any of this was good for you, please like and subscribe. She's going to be more popular in these things than I am because I'm not very popular, but we'll try to get her in, one of these every month. And thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.